Right, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to me, Mr. Charles. Make it simple, TT. However you want to call me. I am an IT teacher, and I am going to teach you something tonight. For those of you all watching after the fact, I do lots and lots and lots of videos on CSEC IT and CAPE IT and computer science. So anything with IT and programming and also technology news and those sorts of things. So my channel is the place to be for if you're in the Caribbean especially and you like technology, I think I'll be able to help you out. So welcome tonight. I'll first welcome the people. I see Navid Singh came in first. Navid, I never see you on my stream before, but welcome. Javish and Jared, they are mods, so their name will light up in blue because they are part of the team. They're part of the squad. The squad of people that look for spammers and make jokes while while I'm teaching. And look, Ren just came in. Good night, Ren. All right, so those are my mods. This is primarily content for Form 5 students who are doing their SBA, because that's usually one of the most difficult parts of the IT syllabus. And what I intend to do is make it not difficult, aka make it simple, because my name is Make It Simple. Haha, see what I did there? Hey Faith, nice to see you. Glad to have you on the inside. How are you going? You good? Everything cool? I can take off my headphones now because, as usual, I just finished playing Among Us, and tonight Among Us was real vibes, because we play race mode where you gotta run around the map and you can either kill people while they're running, and to suss people in that game mode was it's funny. It's funny because you're running and you just see the report button come up and you don't know what to do, and then you have to figure out who was the person killing everybody. Anyhow, so today Python, we learning how to write your SBA in Python. And why does I can't point properly? Well, I think I pointed properly. So I have to point like there. Okay, yeah, and act like it right there. Yeah. All right, so learning how to write your code in Python and how to document your whole SBA from start to, how to document your whole programming SBA from start to finish. And then I will be officially finished with all the different components of the SBA. If you want to see all the different components of the SBA, this playlist, I'll put the playlist in the description. I'll put the playlist in the chat also. The SBA playlist has different walkthroughs and different parts of the SBA. So Word, fillable forms, Excel, databases, anything to do with the SBA, I have it there for you. All the sections explaining things in great detail. And today I'm finishing off the programming part and show you how to document your programming section. So I'm going to put the playlist in the chat. I'm sure one of the mods put it already know them put it. Okay, cool. All right, so let's share the link to this live with your in your WhatsApp groups and stuff with your friends. This is the link here. Somebody share it and in the student hub, because I realize people in the student hub asking for SBA stuff and they don't know that the channel exists, because every year is a whole new bunch of Form 4s have to go through the process of rediscovery and be like, wait now, this channel have stuff, boy, like, and be like, ooh, where were you all my life? And I was like, I was right here, you just weren't looking. So yeah, I don't understand why it's looking so dark. Something wrong. Lights. The lights are looking dark. Yes, good. Okay. All right, so how to program in Python is not very straightforward. Well, it is very straightforward, but if you don't know the syntax, it's kind of difficult. So let's get this show on the road. So this is the program from last week. This is it in C. Let me see if I can find it in Dev Pascal for you. That is it in C. This is it in, what did I name the folder by? SBA, SBA, SBA. I don't know. SBA sample.pascal, right? Is it here? Alright, so opening up the Pascal version so you could see it in Pascal. So this is what it looks like in Pascal. Right, so this is the sample program that I had, right? So the sample program was to find the highest number of soft drinks that was that was counted from 10 soft drinks, right? 10 soft drinks, yeah. And there are the variables here. You have the count, set all of them to 0, and then you set the vote and the counter to 1, and then you create a while loop. And if you don't understand this, then just go back and watch the video from 2 weeks ago. Check the playlist and you'll see the algorithm one. And then you're writing, please, and welcome to the voting program. Please enter 1 for banana, 2 for red, and 3 for orange. And then you go and read the vote, and then you're checking to see if the vote is whatever. You will add the counts and then print out all the counts at the end. All right, so this is a basic sample SBA. It does everything that you need. So let's start. To write in Python, you have to download a program called PyCharm. PyCharm is the name of this program, and that's all I'm telling you. I'm not telling you anything else. If your teacher decides to use Python, then cool. It's good for your teacher, and I would hope that your teacher will teach you properly. If a teacher teaching you how to do a program in Python, more than likely they know what they're doing because they care enough to use a modern language. But sometimes, I don't know, sometimes teachers just be a little weird, and they'll be like, we're doing it in Python, and you all just have to learn it, right? So how again is this toolbar thing to move here? Move, right, good. Okay. All right, so how Python works is that it the code goes on this side here. How do I make this thing bigger? View, zoom down, view. Can I zoom? Appearance, full screen, no, zoom. I never used this before. To zoom. I'll make the text bigger. PyCharm. How does this work? Code view. Let's change the view. Appearance, Windows caption, toolbar, quick documentation, type info, recent file, active editor, text based. Nope. Window, active tool window. Nope. View mode. No. How do you zoom? Hold on control and zoom. Nope, it doesn't zoom. And pinch to zoom. No pinch to zoom. I cannot zoom. I have to figure out how to zoom, because then you'll be able to see the code. Anybody know how to zoom in PyCharm? Anybody like does Python in the school? No, nobody. I don't know how to zoom to make the text bigger. If I highlight it and I change the font size, that would be very, very, very ridiculous. Can you all see the words there? No, you can't see the words. Can you see the words? Are you able to see the words on your right hand side here? Or it's too small? Let me know quickly. I'm really trying to. Let's go to normal settings. Let's see what setting has. Setting has font size. All right, font size 18. I'll change the font size to like 50. Fly. All right, cool. All right, now that's easier to see. Yeah. Yeah, when the whole control and scroll, it wasn't working very well. So cool. Hold on. Right. Okay. So what you need to do is you're going to create a new Python file. So you're going to a little folder on your right hand side here, where you have all your programs. And you're going to create a new file called new Python file, and you'll give it a name, right? So we call this SBA. SBA.py. Oh, I name it SBA.py already. Damn it. Let's try that again. You right click here and then you click new Python file and you name it SBA Test. Right, good. So now we have the code editor here. All right, so we're going to edit the code now. All right, so Python has no introduction. Everything will just be, hi, I'm Python, right? So what you want to do is you want to put your comments first. Now to put a comment in Python, you have to put a hashtag. So a hashtag is like program SBA program for CSEC, and then hashtag student name, date completed, blah blah blah, whatever you have to say, right? Which is exactly what I did in the Pascal side here, which I have student name, student class, all that stuff, right? So you basically gonna put those things in and you put in hashtags next to it, right? After you do that, you want to now go in and you're going to start your program. But you don't have to declare any variables, you don't have to do anything. Python is just kind of like Python is basically saying, nah, we will do all the hard work for you, all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to do any of it. So to create variables, you just have to literally name them. So we're going to start with C equal 0. That's one variable there. Then you're going to say B count equals 0. R count equals 0. O count equals 0. B equals 0. And that's all. So we declare all the variables, and when we declared all the variables, we have them available for use. Do you need to put any start and begin? No, because Python doesn't care about start and begin. Python will just be like, whatever, just start. So to start, we initialize everything to 0 already. So we're just gonna start with one while loop, right? This is my sample that I have here. That's kind of checking back on it because my Python skills ain't exactly great. This is all self-taught stuff here. So while C is less than 10, you don't have to put the word do. All you have to do is put a semicolon. Now, the thing about Python is that Python works on indentation. However you indent it, that is exactly how the code is going to work. And if you do indent it properly, you'll get real errors. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we do the indentation. So when this while starts here, it'll automatically tab it for you there. Anything that is tabbed once underneath this while means that it has been indented, which is kind of similar to how we put curly brackets in C. So like when you do a C program, when you start a while, this curly bracket here and that curly bracket there tells you that, okay, everything between these two is going to be a part of this while loop that's going to run however how much times, right? In Python, all they're saying in Python is that we don't care too much about that. Or they're worrying about things that don't matter. All we want you to do is know that once the while starts, follow that, right? So while, and then while C is less than 10, what do I want to do? I want to get a variable, right? So V is for vote. So you're going to say V. Problem with Python is that you have to say what type of variable it is while you're doing it. So you can't declare V as an integer up here. It will not accept it. You have to say V is equal to an integer, and whatever input you get, you're going to put it in as an integer. So V integer input, please enter a vote. No semicolon, nothing, right? No issues there. Let's give it this kind of yeah. That is that. So this is going to get us a vote. But I need to print something first. So I should print print welcome to the voting program. Yeah, please enter a vote, right? So all these things are going to happen on different lines because I told them to happen on different lines, which is basically what happened here. So two things will happen. It will say print, welcome to the voting program, enter vote, while C is less than 10. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to find out, I have to do a if, right? So I'm going to say if the vote is equal to 1, colon. The reason I put in a colon is because this is a control statement, and well, it's a little different to how we do it in C and Pascal, because you say if vote is equal to 1, you say then, but we don't have to say then, we just have to say if, right? So basically whatever is indented after the if is what is going to be done. So if b is equal to 1, then I'm going to say b count plus b count is equal to b count plus 1, right? That's it. Now I'm going to do the next if. Oh no. Each time I get right here, I'm going to do the next if, right? So I want to put a print like print you voted banana. Right. Now I'm going to do a next if, because if, no, I just want to do a new if. Right, so this if now will be different for this one. This one here has two commands, so the two commands will be run here. If is b count is 1, you voted banana. Right, next one is now if v equal 2, I should carry up r count, or I need to tell the user what's going on here. All right, I'm gonna make this out bigger so you can see. Right, welcome to the voting program. 1 for banana, 2 for red, 3 for orange. Right. Our count is equal to our count plus 1. That will add 1 to our count. Print you voted red. And then if, I just want to do a normal if v equals 3, then I'm going to go with, or I forget I had to put a colon after each one of these ifs. If you don't put the colon, it won't compile. Yeah. Python is cooler. It's just a little weird when you're accustomed to like C and Pascal. When you come to Python, it's be like, okay, no problem. O count is equal to O count plus 1. Print you voted orange. Right. Each one of these is going to do the if statements, and each time is going to say if I voted 1, then that. If I voted 2, then that. If I voted 3, then that. And it shouldn't really cause much of a problem because, well, indentation is what makes the difference in Python. Because this while is here, everything that's going to be done in the while has to be along this line here. And then for the if, everything that's going to be done in the if has to be along this line here. And where does that leave me? That leaves me with the while loop now. Good, so now the while loop is done. Before the while loop finishes now, I have to make sure I count. So I have to carry up the C is equal to C plus 1. Right. Now I'm doing this, but it has to be in line with the first indent of the while loop. If it's not in line with the first indent of the while loop, it won't count inside the while loop. So this is basically where the while loop will stop. The last thing I do that is in line with the while loop will be the indentation. That will be like end while. Yeah. And then when I'm done, I could print the count number is Oh, yes, print again, mine. Right. Same thing as Pascal. B count number is, comma, B count. I'd say banana count. Banana. B-N-A-N-A. Right. Banana number is B count. And then I'm going to just copy this over and over. Control C. Control V. Control V. Right. So one is banana number. Next one is orange number. No, red number. Next one would be orange number. So B count, R count, and O count. And that's it. I don't have to put any start. I don't have to put any stop. Nothing. It's just that simple. So now I'm going to run this socket, right click on it and run SBA test. And now you will see the project will come up at the bottom here. Because the project automatically comes up at the bottom. So it shows me that I have the file and I'm running python.exe, and the file that I'm running is SBA test. Cool, no problem. Welcome to the voting program. 1 for banana, 2 for red, 3 for orange. So enter the vote. I enter 1. You voted banana. Thank you. 2. You voted red. 3. You voted orange. 4 wouldn't accept anything, so I'll go back to 1. Banana. 1. Banana. So right now I should have what? 3 bananas and 1 of the others. Alright, so now put 4 bananas. Then a next orange and a next red. And a next red. So I should get 7, 3, no, 6, 3, 2 or something like that. I don't know, 5, 3, 2, right? So banana number is 5, red number is 3, orange number is 2. Which is no different to the output that I get from these others here. So if I compile this one, which is the C one that I did last week, the same thing should apply. Where I get. So watch it side by side. Alright, welcome to the program. 1 for banana, 2 for red, 3 for orange. Exact same thing. And I enter in numbers. So I put in 1. You voted for banana. 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. Right, and I get the same numbers. So I have the numbers printed out at the bottom there. Same thing, I have the numbers printed out at the bottom there. And that's literally how you write the program in Python. But, as I said, the vast majority of students won't do their SBA in Python because most teachers would be afraid of it. And, well, I don't know what to tell you. if a teacher is afraid of it, yeah, I can't really tell you too much there. But if you do have Python to do, this video was just for you. Okay, so that's it for Python. Any questions? You think this one is the easiest for you? So you're going to try and write your program in Python? I mean, it's easy to understand because it just kind of lays it out very simply. All you have to do is remember these colons here usually give me trouble, but other than that, everything else is very straightforward. And this part here, in the input, this part here gives a little trouble because you need to understand that you're taking all of this, whatever the person puts in, and you're storing it in as an integer. But if they ask you to do Python, you should be able to figure it out, man. You'll get there, you'll get there. Alright, so now we're moving on to what the SBA requires you to document, keep information technology. Alright, so let's go through the documentation of the SBA. Page down, page down, page down, page down, page down. I can't remember where to find it. Is it here? Is it here? Alright, good. Let's see what this will look like. Documentation. No, program documentation. Okay. Where did they say that you have to I need to show you a real important part, which is the PDF part, which says that all the things are supposed to be submitted as a PDF. No code. Let's see if I can find no code. No? Alright, let's look for the word code. Code, I'll see a lot. Code. Searching through a PDF for the word code is not exactly smartest. Ah, I think I found it. Alright, program implementation. Develop a problem statement for the algorithm stated above. Nope. That's not it. Code. There's a lot of references to the word code in here, but wow. I need to find the part where they tell you that you have to submit it as a PDF. Look at right here. Good. Problem solving and programming. Page 34. This assignment, you should use programming language selected by the center. Examples include, but are not limited to, prompting for data entry, appropriate validation, input of data variables for required calculations, input of text, output of results, conditional branching, iterations. The problem solving section must be submitted as a PDF document. Must be submitted as a PDF document. Now, pay attention to this, because some schools, some teachers will tell you that you have to submit your program, which is your code. When you submit your code to CSEC, they are not going to compile your program. If you send your code and say, hey boy, my program working real good, I go and send the Pascal file, or I go and send the C file, or I go and send the Python file, or I go and send the VBA file, they're not going to mark it. Because Christopher here in the chat will tell you, no, we're not marking that, because you literally had to have the ability to compile any possible high-level language. The only place I know there's compile your code is in ComSci for Unit 1 and Unit 2. You have to send your code, although I send screenshots too, right? So here's what the layout of your document is supposed to look like. Cover sheet. The information supplied here is essential since it's used to associate the submission with the candidate. So you want to put your candidate number, you want to put your school, you want to put your teacher, anything that's going to identify you and make sure whoever is marking this knows that this is this particular child. So you're going to put it in a document, and then I'll show you how to create a PDF from Word and Google Docs just now, right? Students should provide the statement of the problem. That is the part of the problem that was chosen for coding in the spreadsheet. So usually your SBA document will have some words, and what you need to do is you need to solve the problem that they ask you to solve in the SBA document, right? So however you do that, that's up to you. Your teacher should guide you to that. Then you need to have the algorithm. So you have to take the algorithm, whether it's in the pseudocode or flowchart, and then paste it into the document. After you paste that, you need to have a copy of the program language code. So that means you have to go back to your editor and copy this code and paste it into your document. Then you must have your trace table. The trace table is supposed to show that you know exactly what numbers you're putting in to see that the tasks have been performed correctly. So you're putting in the number. So the number 1 is supposed to give you, if you put 1 5 times, the total at the end is supposed to be 5. If you put it 4 times, it should be 4. If you put 3 for red, it'll be 3. It will be 2, whatnot. You're just making sure that the numbers are correct with your trace table. But I showed you all the trace table 2 videos ago, right? Then there's program execution. Students are required to submit screenshots of a working program showing data entry and results provided. This here is the important part. These screenshots must show that your program works. The reason they must show that your program works is because nobody is going to sit down and compile your code. Nobody. So you need to now be able to take a screenshot of your program. Now if you do a real good program and it's nice and neat and concise and you ain't skipping like 10 million lines or have like a big long menu with one set of stars and whatnot, you could probably maximize your whole screen like this and get a screenshot of it. How do you get a screenshot? Learn this very early, kids. If you're using a Windows laptop, which most likely 90%, 95% of the of you will be doing this on a Windows laptop, you're using the snipping tool. So snip. Alright. If you have an old laptop that doesn't have Windows 10, you will have the snipping tool. If you have a newer one that has Windows 10 and is updated, you'll have snip and sketch. So I'll show you both of them. Snipping tool. When you click on snipping tool, it will give you this box and you're going to choose mode. The mode is going to be rectangular snip. And then when you click new, the whole screen will go kind of gray. And what you want to do is go from the top left hand corner, top left hand corner, or if the window is smaller, and then you want to drag and you will get this kind of layout thing here. And then boom. This is a screenshot of your program and it works. You must make sure that you're showing this part on top here. You see the C users Android desktop live SBA something.exe. Let me tell you why you need to see that. You need that there because you could easily screenshot somebody else's program and make it look like you did this. But if you have this here, it will prove that it is your work more than anything. And the numbers that you use here must match your trace table. Right? The next tool that you could use is the snip and sketch, which is the same concept. You click snip and sketch and you will see new. When you click new, it will literally gray out your screen, and then when you gray out the screen, you do the same thing and you grab from the top and drag down to the bottom, and then when it's done, it will copy it to a page like that, and then you will have the snip. So most SBAs just require one, some SBAs could require one snip and everything will be good. Some SBAs that have multiple inputs that you're getting from different users, like some of them you'll have to enter the name, you'll have to enter the amount, and then you have to enter something else, and then you have to do the calculations for it. Those may require different snips. So what you want to do is just kind of snip the first part, show that the input was correct, snip the second part, show that the input was correct, and you're pasting that into a document. Now when you paste it into a document, you click copy. Let's open up our Word document here. So I'll open up Word. And Word will now give me the ability to paste. So I put in like stuff for cover sheet, which is like your name and school and all that stuff. So let's kind of watch this layout here. So page 1. Page 1. Stuff for cover sheet, which is name and school and teacher, all that kind of drama, right? Page 2. What do we have on page 2? We have the problem definition. So we're going to put problem definition. Now learn how to use page breaks too, because page breaks are important, or else the SBA will look kind of unprofessional, unpolished. Page 3 now will be the algorithm. The algorithm must be pasted just as you have it in your code. So paste the algorithm with proper indentation. Then you want to now do the source code. Source code is the actual code that you're getting from your compiler. So let's say we use the Python source code. We will highlight this and copy it. and then I'll go and just paste it inside here like that, and it should come out black. Yes, when I paste it, I should just choose merge formatting here. Merge formatting should line it up fairly well enough, right? So I'll paste in the source code in like that, and after I paste in the source code, copy from your IDE development dev environment. Then after the source code, you have to put in the trace table. So trace table, table showing mock values. And then the last thing you're going to put in is the screenshots. And the screenshot is basically you're pasting back the screenshot that you have like that. And doesn't matter if it's big or small, it's cool. Right. Now from here, once you lay this out nice and easy and whatnot, you want to create a PDF from it. So to create a PDF from it, you have to click File. You could do Save As and choose PDF, but it's easier to click Export. And then you see Create PDF or XPS. And when you create PDF or XPS, it will literally just save it as a PDF for you. And then that is the file that you must send to your teacher to prove that you did your program. If you don't have it in a PDF, it won't be marked. And you could literally lose your programming marks easy. Alright. Geo, don't worry about the numbers. Today I'm literally teaching a programming language that nobody, like most people, will never use. So don't beat up too much. Cause you know, I don't care. Nah, Geo. Organizing a marketing team don't really make any sense. Because the desperation not there. People only look for things when they're desperate. So like next year so when children back against the wall and they have no idea what to do for their SBA, you'll see the views on this video will go from 300 to 3,000 in a week. Because all the people who have to do their program in Python and have no idea how to do it, they will just come and watch this video. Because it's a desperation market. That's what the world is. When you're desperate, that's when you look. Nobody else look when they're not desperate. That makes sense. And right, that's how you save things as a PDF. If you can't save something as a PDF, well, I really don't know what to tell you. Okay. So I will take your questions now. This is the Python code. This is the C code, and this is the Pascal code here. I have finished every component of the SBA. And I really don't know what to do again. Next week, I feel I'm going to work out a sample SBA. Just for fun. So this program is something you have to download to your computer? Yes. For Python, the name of the program is PyCharm. P-Y-C-H-A-R-M. PyCharm. You can download that. For Pascal, I use Dev Pascal, which is really simple, really easy. And for C, I use Dev C. But for C, you could also use a program called Code Blocks. They're kind of both interchangeable, kind of like the industry standard in Keep. ComSci is use Code Blocks or Dev C, whichever one. UB students or university students, they usually use Dev C more than Code Blocks. So those are the programs, and that's it. I have literally spent the past 4 months, no, September, October, no, October, November, December. Only 3 months to take, and I do the whole SBA way. Wow, every Saturday, every Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, we started in October. October, November. No, October, November. Nah, I don't. Nah, I think I start in September. Definitely think I'll start in September. Yeah. I should just watch the playlist and see. How many videos do I have in this playlist? I have 11 videos in the playlist. So we did Word, yeah, mail merge, fillable forms, website building, spreadsheets, basics, spreadsheets, filters, databases, 2 databases videos, and then then an algorithm video, and then 2 programming videos. Yeah, actually in 2 months. Yeah, you could really finish a SBA in a really short time if you know what you're doing. But yeah, so I good there. If there are no questions from the 7 of you, hey. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you next week when I will probably start to answer questions about the SBA, or detailed questions. Good fight. Good night. I can get to go and eat now. Bye, peace.